much for all you have said. Thank you very, very much. It's been an interesting session, but let's switch places like this. Let's say you are not in PDP right now. The nation is the way we are now, in economic recession and everything bothering us, security challenges and everything. And you are not in PDP. You had to switch places and you are in APC. What would you do at this moment?
Well, I'm not certain I would have been in APC, because for me to join a political party, I didn't start my politics from the PDP. So I won't tell you that I'm a die-in-the-wool PDP person. I won't tell you that you know, it's not. I came from NDP. Yeah, I supported in 2003 when I joined macro politics. I started from the NDP, so I came from the opposition. Then His Excellency Donaldson Kanga was contesting, and we saw him as a model of a governor who could do things properly, who could turn things around. And incidentally, in 2003, we also had a lot of cash crunch in Akwa Ibom because the state was at loggerheads with the federal government. And I stayed in the NDP long after we had lost the elections. I stayed through, and before joining the PDP. I have values. I love a party that thinks more about the people. I love a party that is democratic in choice. I love a party that listens to the voices of the people. But I also know that a party is not just a party is defined by the people in the party. So looking at the people in the other side, because under the Coca-Cola principle, I don't mention the other name. So looking at the people at the other side, I'm not sure they would make very good play partners, playmates with me. So, and in politics, it's not just about grabbing power, it's not just about winning elections, it's also about the comradeship there. So it's who are you playing with? For example, if I go to Ibiono, who are those in the other party in Ibiono that I would love to play with? I don't find them.
PDP because of the comradeship we find here, because of
first, the ideals of the party. Second, the fact that the people who are here, for example, Dr. Ememobong in Ibiono, Right Honorable Ime Okon in Ibiono, a lot of great people that we strike a chord of cohesion immediately. We come to a consensus at them very easily because we already share some things together.
I think we're looking at the party only within Akwa Ibom State. Let's spread it now. The party nationally. The president is not in the PDP with you. Okay, so if you were in APC and we are looking at it nationally now, what would you do at this time?
This is the most difficult time of being a member of that party. This is a period where you made a lot of noise. People gave you an opportunity. You have the opportunity in your hands and you can't do anything with it. So I sympathize with them. It's just like the media handlers of the president. They need prayers. We need to pity them. This is the hardest time of being a media aide to a president. You see, every dog has his day. This isn't their day. You need to pity them. So for members of that party, this is the worst time they can be members of that party.
That sounds like an unpopular opinion. I mean, judging from the fact that daily we see people defecting from the PDP into the APC, how can you say it is a tough time it's a dangerous time for people?
No, you see, defection, the psychology of defection is a different ballgame. It's just like saying that when someone tells you that marriage is a sweet, they say no because people are having divorce.
Is the People's Democratic Party facing any?
Let's get back there. Marriage is sweet. That people are having divorce by the day doesn't derope or derode from the fact that marriage is a sweet union.
But if your marriage is fine and sweet and smooth and something you can manage, you would never leave it. You would never choose divorce.
No, you can't truly say that.
No.
People, it depends on what the basis of the marriage was. It depends on what the prenuptial agreement is. When someone has a second term, when someone already has a second term with a party, that he knows how hard it was to get the second term, that he knew that he got it through a lot of manipulation, and he now nurses a devilish third-term ambition. He knows that the best place not to look for it is here. So he will leave to a place where he can fool the people. Abraham Lincoln said you can fool all the people some of the time, some of the people all of the time, but you never be able to fool all the people all the time.
All right, let's still come back to
I go with you.
parties, the PDP
Which do you belong to?
None.
Okay.
None.
All right, let's just be
you
sure.
You have the chance to woo me into yours. I see. You don't know if you can do
No,
that.
the word woo doesn't
Okay,
sit
maybe
well
you
with
can
me.
make me join
Lobby
your party.
you, evangelize to you. Why not use words like that?
Okay, evangelize me
Beautiful.
into joining the PDP. I'm satisfied right now.
We can go
Okay,
ahead.
so let's stay on the two parties. Again, I want to know if you had the chance to switch places. If you are, we have a situation, a stage, and we're like, this is for Nigeria. We want to correct the wrongs in Nigeria. People in PDP say they can help Nigeria. APC is saying the same things, and we're like, okay, for the sake of Nigeria, move over to the other side of the divide and put things right. What would you do for the sake of the nation? Let's go there.
Let me tell you, you cannot give what you don't have. The environment that a child grows in will determine how that child reacts. A child that grows in a violent-prone environment, like the northeastern part of Nigeria, will react differently to a situation than a child that grows in a very peaceful place. The place you're asking me to go is already a marriage of terribly strange bedfellows. People whose presidency is not united, people whose leadership at the national, you understand, the president is fighting the senate president is fighting, there is fight everywhere. So it is not possible that so much good can come from so much bad. And so therefore, I will excuse myself from going there because, you see, the environment will even engender capacity to do it. Okay, come to the state and look at them. You see, it's not about the money you have. It's not even about the opportunities you have. It's about the level of cohesion, the level of focus that is available. You see, people say,
have all these.
oh my God, oh
Because it
my
doesn't
God.
look like it.
No, it depends on the binoculars you're using to look at it. You see, the problem most times.
Why are people defecting from the People's Democratic
I have
Party?
told you before. You see, when you get into a battle and you carry your soldiers, in the heat of the battle, when the battle is heating up, there are some soldiers who think that you will make it through it, and they begin to run. It doesn't mean that you're not fighting the battle.
So
It only shows the state, yes, it only shows the state of mind of the people running. You see, when you face a situation as we are currently facing, let me take you to the history of the PDP. 16 years in power at the national. What is happening in the PDP today is normal, because a party that was formed immediately after they were formed, they went on to take over power at the national, take over majority of the National Assembly, take over majority of the states, take over majority of the local governments. Now, the internal conflict resolution mechanism of the party that is supposed to grow with the mindset of the people could not grow because we had a national leader in the president. Therefore, if there was a conflict between Nse and Ini, all we needed to do was to get to the president. And because both of us respected the president, if we got there and the president said it should be Nse, I will give up. Not because I'm satisfied with the president's disposition, but because he's the leader of the party and he's the president of the country. So now, where we are in now is that there is no national leader. So we must resolve our problems to the satisfaction of the parties. And that will help the growth of democracy. And you must understand that we are the only party, currently, the only major party in this country that has not gone through a metamorphosis of name. The party you are talking about has never contested 2 elections with the same name. And only 419, only fraudsters behave like that. They have many phone numbers, they have many names, they have many aliases, they have many addresses. So from A this to A that to, the only constant thing in the party you've mentioned is A. So you can say a thief, a fraud.
Okay,
you know.
thank you very much. Now, you just said here that you do not have a national leader. What about Ali Modu Sharif?
National leader.
Yes.
Ali Modu Sharif was at some point the acting national chairman of the party before we went to the convention in Rivers State. And when we got to that convention, party leaders fixed for another convention and appointed a caretaker committee. You see, they are organs of the party. You cannot say you are leading me if I say I'm not following you. You can't be saying so. It's antithetical. So Ali Modu Sheriff's picture has a space on the party secretariat where you have acting national chairman once upon a time. But the party has since moved on. I'm sure you heard Fayoshe's treatise on that. The party has since moved on beyond that. We are in the era where we have a national caretaker committee that is piloting the affairs. When we come back from the Supreme Court, we'll have a convention where all party members will come in and we'll move the party forward.
Are you saying you're not bothered about the way people are defecting from your party at present?
I'm not also aware if you know that over 1,500 people defected from the other party to PDP in Katsina State. I'm not sure you are aware. I'm not sure you are aware that people are also defecting to the PDP. But the concern of the party in Akwa Ibom is that we have a governor who is flying the flag of the party as governor of Akwa Ibom who is doing well. And therefore, no one is saying he's defecting because the governor is not doing well. No one has said so. The closest someone has gone to say, which was totally and thoroughly discountenanced with, was to say that, oh, the governor is not empowering people. And his idea of empowering people is that the governor should bring public funds and begin to share to people. And of course, you know, with the governor's professional disposition, that is impossible. Now, so if people are defecting, if you hold a legislative mandate of the People's Democratic Party and you defect, we are in court. We are going to use the instrument of the law to get back our mandate because the law is simple. It says that if you vacate or defect or leave or resign from the party that sponsored you, that immediately you do so, automatically the Supreme Court says so in Fedayos case that your seat should be declared vacant. So since the Senate President and the Speaker of the House of Representatives are yet to enforce the automatic nature of that ruling, of that judgment, we will kickstart, energize the process, the intellectual, legal process of bringing forth the declaration of their seats as being vacant.